Let's use sqlx to connect to MySQL database. So let's first go to the cargo.toml file. We need to add dependencies sqlx. We need to add filters MySQL and the runtime Tokyo. We will use Tokyo as a synchronous runtime. Then let's go to the main.s file. First, let's add attribute Tokyo main function for the main function, so we can make this main function as a sync function. Then in this main function, let's create an option. Let's give it a variable name opt equal to, we will call MySQL from sqlx MySQL connector options new function to create a new connector option. Then let's specify the host. It will be local host. Then port, MySQL port is 3306. Then let's specify the username. My username is root, and you should change it to your username. And the password, my password is 123456, and you should change it to your password. Then database name, let's give the database name test. Then let's create a mutable variable. Let's give the name connection equal to, let's call MySQL connection connector with function. Then we will pass the reference of this option we create into this connector with as the argument. So ref opt. Then let's call await to handle the filter and unwrap to handle the result. Let's go to the terminal. In terminal, let's go to the MySQL database. So we will type MySQL -u. We will type the username root, then -p. This -p means password. Let's press enter. So we need to type the password, and you should type your password and press enter. Then we will go to the MySQL database. In MySQL database, let's create a new database. Create a database. And in this option, we specify the database name is test. So we will create a database named test. Here, let's type a test. Last, we need to add a semicolon. Press enter. It will create this database test. Then let's connect to this database test. We will type use test semicolon. Press enter. Then we go to this test database. In this database, let's create a table. So create a table users, a pair of parentheses. Let's add a field ID. Let's give it a type int. Let's give it a primary key. Let's also add a auto increment. So its ID field will be unique and automatically be increased. So we don't need to insert a value for this ID column. Then let's add another field name. Let's give it a type varchar 255. Let's also add another field age. Let's give it a type integer type int. Last field, we don't need to add the comma. So let's add this pair of parentheses. And last, we also need to add a semicolon. Press enter. So it will create a users table. Let's insert data to this users table in this test database. So we will call sqlx query function. Then let's insert into users. We don't need to insert a value for this ID column. So first field will be name. Second field will be age. Values. In MySQL, we use question mark as a placeholder for the parameters value. So let's add 2 question marks. Then we will call band method to add a parameters value. So First, let's give it a name Jim. We need to make this to be a reference. We will add a ampersand before this Jim. Let's add the second parameters value for this age field. So band, let's give it age 20. Then let's call execute method to execute this query. We will pass the mutable reference of this connection into this execute method as argument. So ref mute connection. Then let's call await to handle the future and unwrap to handle the result. Let's insert another piece of data. Let's change the name to Andy. Let's change the age to 21. Then let's select the data from this users table. Let's create a variable, give it a name rows equal to, we will call sqlx query as. Then let's write a select asterisk from users. We will call fetch all method to fetch all the data from this users table. Then we'll pass the reference of this connection as argument. So ref mute connection. Then let's call await to handle the future and unwrap to handle the result. Because we call this query as function, so we need to give this rows a type annotation. Let's create a struct type. Let's give the name person. And this person struct type should have the same fields as this users table. So it will get 3 fields, ID, name, and age. So let's add one field. ID type will be i32 integer type. So ID i32. And the second field is name type will be string. Third field age also integer i32. Let's also add attribute derive from row. We will import from row from sqlx. Then let's also add a debug so we can print out the instance of the person. Then let's add the type annotation for these rows. So it will be a vector, so vec hold person. Let's use for loop to loop through these rows. So for row in rows. Let's print out each row. Print the line. Row. Let's open a new terminal. In terminal, let's cargo run, press enter. So you can see it will print out the data we select from users table. Person 1 is ID 1, name is Jim, age is 20. Person 2 is ID is 2, name is Andy, age is 21. This is how we use sqlx to connect to MySQL database and insert the data and select data. Hope to see you next time.